India's Directorate General of Civil Aviation has found serious lapses by IndiGo Airlines with regard to flight disruptions that took place in December of 2025. The DGCA has slapped a fine of rupees 22.20 crores on IndiGo for its flight disruptions in December last year. The regulator asked airline to submit rupees 50 crores in bank guarantees. The aviation regulator said the action was taken after reviewing the airline's operational lapses that led to widespread inconvenience for passengers during the period. And DT India correspondent Taposh Bhattacharya is joining me on the phone line. Taposh, what details can you share on the lapses found in IndiGo's flight operations?
Like Shivendra, first, let me put it this way. There are four major points here. The 3rd to 5th of December, the mayhem that took place, which led to more than 2,500 flights cancelled and more than 1,800 flights getting delayed, led to a few major points from the DGCA. The four-member committee, which was constituted by Ministry of Civil Aviation on the recommendation of MOCA, by DGCA, has first recommended a severe penalty, 22.20 crore that you also mentioned. There's a severe reprimanding that took place, and from DGCA to the top boss of IndiGo. We can tell you that the DGCA in its report has said that they have cautioned the CEO for overall oversight of the flight operation. Warning was given to the accounts manager, the COO of IndiGo, for failure to assess the impact, and also warning to the senior vice president of IndiGo with the direction to relieve him of current operational responsibility. So that's first point given to the IndiGo. The second, as I mentioned, it's 22.20 crore financial penalty that has been levied. The third point that is there, that a 50 crore bank guarantee DGCA asked the IndiGo to furnish in regard to the whole fiasco that took place. So that is the third point. The fourth point is even more interesting. DGCA has on the direction of Ministry of Civil Aviation has set up an internal inquiry that is currently being undertaken to identify and implement the systemic improvement within DGCA that is required. Okay. So that is something that we have been talking about, that how can such a huge lapse took place inside MOCA, inside DGCA, and why it was not earlier handled, and that's something that we've been talking about. In this particular inquiry, this was established that the FDTL that we've been talking about is a major cause of concern. That's something that IndiGo refused to evaluate, implement in due course of time, and that's where the problem excavated, and that's where something the IndiGo and the top management of IndiGo were held responsible for. So DGCA, MOCA, the government of India has come up with a full-fledged plan. They've imposed a financial penalty, and at the same time have given warning to the top brass of IndiGo to not make sure that this doesn't happen further.
And a little more, Tapas, on the implications of this inquiry, the lapses that have been reported and the fines that have been levied on IndiGo, implications for IndiGo's future flight operations and for the passengers.
Well, you have to understand the inquiry also accept the fact that the IndiGo has done a tremendous turnaround. So from the deficiency that they have shown, they have noted that the network which bounced back and started working in an efficient manner in the next few weeks that we saw. So they noted that, but they also noted the fact that this actually went out of hand before anybody could have actually thought about it. And remember the fact that IndiGo is India's primary carrier. In fact, it has more than 60% of the civil aviation market share. So keeping that in mind, it is imperative that you need a certain level of level playing field. The ministry has been talking about the fact that they need more airlines to come in at the fore. But at the same time, it is also imperative that you have to handle the situation in a manner that it doesn't go out of hand. If you if you ground IndiGo, then it will, at the end of the day, it will impact the daily operation of the common people. So you have to have a carrot and stick policy, both going towards, and at the same time, they have warned all the top brass that if
Okay.
things go out of hand, there will be repercussion that they have to face.
Tapas, thank you for joining us with those updates.